Hello, wanderers of the internet. It's PaleoJohnathan, and yes, I'm back. It's been like, what, 8 days? It's been a time. So this is kind of like channel update video, as well as a speed build of a gnome park. Don't ask why. Also, it's not good. That's the joke. It's meant to not be good. I'm aware the gnome park does not look good. It's the gnome park. If it looked good, I feel like I'd already have been doing something wrong. So, yeah, I haven't uploaded in like a week, and even before then, they were slowing down. And part of that is that there's just not much happening for the game, and I wouldn't say burned myself out, but I put a lot of time into it, and also got a lot of other games that I wanted to play. And this channel has always been for fun for me, so I just I wanted to spend some time doing that first. I also was working on this. One of my more recent things to come out was that documentary, and I spent a lot of time on that, and I really enjoyed it. I still very much have a passion for this game and for the channel. Problem is, I started up a couple of projects that fell through, and a couple that just taking way too long. Like, I recorded many episodes of Minecraft Dinosaurs, which I even mentioned, but there's this weird jittery thing going on in the recordings that I haven't touched it because I just don't feel like it really right now. I'll have to look into it. I might be able to edit around it, or I might just leave it as is, or I might just throw all that work away. It just wasn't great. But in addition to that, a couple of other things have kept me busy. So I just haven't been posting all the time. I'm gonna attempt to get back to daily posts, or I'd say every other day is probably what I'll go for. But with that, don't expect a Sandbox park tour every single day again, because that's what I did that week. I just made Jurassic World Evolution 2 parks, and I really enjoyed it at the time because everything was new to me. And it's not, as I said, I'm not burnt out. It's just I have other interests at the time right now. I also have not as much free time as well. Specifically, I was recently cast in a role. Actually, I typically don't say what roles I have, or I haven't in the past, because, I try to keep myself relatively anonymous. But, in this case, it's, Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz, which is not very specific. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to find my identity using that. My secret superhero identity. So, yeah, I feel pretty fine saying that. So, yeah, that's gonna take some time out of my schedule as well. In terms of, how the channel is doing, it's definitely slowed down a lot, which I'd certainly expected. It's January. I haven't been uploading that much. Hype for the game has died down. I'm going to, as I said, I've done it for fun, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll look for ways to keep the ball rolling, but, hopefully that shouldn't matter too much to you guys, since you're just watching. You don't care how big a channel it is, but also you should make sure to like and subscribe and hit the little bell. In terms of other news, there is no other news, as GNOME would say. Or actually, there was other news. Yes, I got to, through circumstances that may or may not be relevant to the reason I'm building this, got to speak very briefly with Evolution Square herself. Go check out the community post, and don't mention that I said this, because that is very odd and fangirly, and that's kind of weird. Now I say that, you're all gonna do it, but if you're a true fan, you'll go on to her comment, and you'll comment GNOME, and do it repeatedly for me. We'll only do it once, because more than once per person is spamming, but do it. Comment GNOME if you watch this. I imagine this isn't going to do great as a video, and I hope it doesn't, because I don't know how good of a video it is. But, yeah, expect uploads again. Wahoo!